welcome back to my channel, Chioma Tech TV. My name is Chioma and today we'll be building this 3D plant cell model. Do you like it? Isn't she beautiful? Don't worry guys, I'll show you how I made this step by step. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel. Also, click that notification button so that you never miss a video because I'm going to be posting a lot. Please, just hit that red subscribe button. I really need your help and support. So without further ado, let's get started. The materials for my project are Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take your 10 or 11 inch styrofoam ball, that's the big one right here, and you're going to want to cut it in half because we only need 1/2 of the styrofoam ball. But if you want to get half like I did, only get 1/2 because it's way easier. Also, make sure to get it from Michael's. Remember that everything we got for this cell model, we got it from Michael's. The next thing we're going to do is that we're going to have to draw a square in our styrofoam ball because a plant cell model is not a circle shape. For instance, it can be a square, it can be a rectangle, it can even be an oval. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our ruler and our pencil, line it up and make some lines to make a square on our styrofoam ball. Remember to make 2 lines for each side. Make sure they're a little bit apart. We need to make 2 lines for each side. The main difference between the animal cell and the plant cell are 2 things. Number 1 is the chloroplast and number 2 is the big giant VOC hole right in the middle of the plant cell. So I'll show you how to make the big giant VOC hole and the chloroplast. To make the big giant VOC hole, you're going to need to take a piece of foam paper and your pencil. You can use any color foam paper, but I prefer to use dark green or blue. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take your pencil and draw a rainbow or bean shape to outline your big giant VOC hole. It has to be a really big bean shape because this is one big giant VOC hole. Then, once you're done doing this, you're going to need to take your scissors and cut it out. You're going to need to make 2 of these because we need to make the top and the bottom of this giant VOC hole. This is how the VOC hole pieces look once you cut out both of them. And now that we've done that, you're going to take your super glue and you're going to just apply it onto the sides of your VOC hole pieces, but you're going to need to leave out one tiny little space, like leave a little bit of space like right here so that you can add in your jumbo cotton balls. Remember to use the technique that you were taught in 1st grade to add your do. Dot, not a lot. Dot, not a lot. Dot, not a lot. As you can see, I've already put the 2 pieces for the VOC hole together. And now I left a little piece open so I can add in my cotton balls. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take your cotton ball and stuff it inside. Try not to remove the super glue. Stuff it inside. Then you're going to use your spoon or fork or anything and just shove it in so you can get the bean shaped VOC hole that you want. Then once you're done doing all this stuffing, you're going to take your super glue and apply it right at the top. Then hold it together for a few seconds so that we can close the VOC hole. This is how it looks when you put both VOC hole pieces together. Now I'm going to take my VOC hole and my pencil and I'm going to draw a line on the styrofoam ball. I'm going to outline it so that I'll know where to keep it once I'm finished. to make the chloroplast, you're going to need to take your dark green foam paper again, and you're going to need to draw an oval and cut it out. It's best to draw it before you cut it out, so I'm drawing it. Now let's cut it out. Now, once you're done cutting out your oval, you're going to need to take your black marker and you're going to need to draw 2 lines and a dot. Every 2 lines, you're going to draw a dot. So you start up here, draw a dot, 2 lines, dot, 2 lines, dot, 2 lines. And then if you want to, you can put a dot down here, but you don't have to. To make your nucleus and your nucleolus, you're going to need to take your 1 or 1.5 inch styrofoam ball. You're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw out 1/4 of the ball, because that's what we're going to need to cut. Just like this. Then, once you draw that, you're going to need to take your box knife and cut out 1/4 of it, the one that we drew. And it should look like this. Then once you're done cutting it out, you're going to need to take out your box knife again and shave this until it looks as small as this. This will be your nucleus, and your 1 or 1.5 inch styrofoam ball will be your nucleolus. Remember, you need to take your nucleolus and put it inside of the nucleus, which is the 1 or 1.5 inch ball. Please ask your parents to help you while you're cutting this, because this box knife is very dangerous. So please ask your parents to help you cut out your nucleus ball. So I have finished shaving it, and this is how the nucleolus ball looks. It's supposed to be this tiny. So you're going to take your nucleus ball and your nucleolus ball, and you're just going to attach them like this. To make the attachment, you can either use toothpicks or you can use super glue. Now I'm going to be painting it. I'm going to be painting my nucleus ball blue and my nucleolus ball gray. I've just finished painting my nucleus and my nucleolus ball. My nucleus ball is blue and my nucleolus ball is gray. Then I cut a hole and I stuck it in there. I also used some toothpicks to make sure that they really stuck inside of the styrofoam ball. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the vlog hole I created earlier, place it on my outline, which should be right beside the nucleus and nucleolus ball. Then we're going to take some toothpicks. We're just going to put them in the front and in the back so that we can stick them onto the styrofoam ball. The next thing we're going to be doing is coloring in our cytoplasm light green. But before I did that, I already attached my chloroplast. And the next thing I'm going to be attaching is my amyloplast. I have just finished painting my cell wall, guys. I painted the cytoplasm light green, the cell membrane dark green, and the cell wall light blue. Remember, there are 4 things that the plant cell has that the animal cell does not have. Number 1, this big giant vlog hole. Number 2, the chloroplast. Number 3, the cell wall. And number 4, the amyloplast. Let me add the final touches to my painting, guys. Now it's time to show you guys how to make the organelles. Remember, it's best to make the organelles while the paint is still wet so that we can use the paint to stick on the organelles and they can all dry together. To make the mitochondria, all you need is a red foam paper and your black marker. You're going to draw an oval. Then you're going to make some squiggly lines in the oval. Sorry, I'm not that good of an artist. Then you're going to draw some ribosomes inside of them. After you do all that, you're going to take your scissors and cut them out. And then, when you're done cutting them out, you can use the wet paint to stick them on. To make the Golgi apparatus, you're going to need one long piece of yellow foam paper. Then you're going to be making folds just like this. I like to have a bubble between each fold, so make sure that you can fit at least one finger inside of each bubble. Then you're just going to fold it opposite sides. Make sure you can fit one finger into each fold. Then if you like, you can squish it like this. I just like to leave it open. Once you're done, you can either use super glue or you can use a needle and thread to stitch it together. I prefer to use the needle and thread because it's way more secure than the super glue, because if you let it go for 1 second, everything can fall out. So once you're done stitching it, you're going to use your wet paint and you're going to apply it on your structure. Okay, to make the endoplasmic reticulum, you're going to need 2 red foam papers. Now you have 3 options. You can either make both of them to be smooth, both of them to be rough, or you can do smooth and rough. I choose to do smooth and rough, and here's how you do that. So on one of your endoplasmic reticulums, you're going to take your black marker, since you want it to be rough if you want to. If you want it to be rough, take your black marker and just draw a whole lot of ribosomes all over it. It can be anywhere. It can even be on top of each other, because that's how ribosomes are. Just make sure that they're all over the entire red foam paper. I advise you to do front and back because we're folding it and it's a very special way to show the back, so I advise you to do front and back. Now for the smooth one, we don't need to do anything to fix it. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to take your endoplasmic reticulums and you're going to fold it just like the Golgi apparatus, except this time you don't need to make sure that you can fit a finger through each hole. The holes can be small, big, however you want them. Just make sure to fold them just like this. Make sure to do it to both of them. And then, once you're done folding up both of them, 1 second please. Once you're done folding up both of them, you're going to take either super glue or a needle and thread and use it to stick it together. But like I said before, I like a needle and thread, so I'm going to use that. Then once you're done stitching your needle and thread, you're going to stick them together like this and apply them around the nucleus. You can put them anywhere, but my favorite spot to keep them is around the nucleus. To make the paroxysm, you're going to need to take any color foam paper. It can be yellow, white. I chose to do white. And you can use any colored marker, but I chose to do black. You're going to draw an oval or a circle shape. Then you're going to use your scissors and cut it out. Then once you're done, you're going to use your wet paint and apply it to your structure. To make the ribosomes, I chose to use yellow foam paper to make this. You just make a long stick, make sure it's very thin too. You'll cut off little pieces like this, and because the paint is still wet, I just drop one right on anywhere because they're ribosomes and they're everywhere. I have finished my plant cell and these are my organelles. This is an endoplasmic reticulum. This is a mitochondria. This is another endoplasmic reticulum. This is a ribosome. This is an amyloplast. This is a paroxysm. This is a Golgi apparatus. This is a chloroplast. These yellow things are ribosomes. This is a Vogue hole. This is the nucleus, and this is the nucleolus. To make the labels, you're going to need to type out the name of each organelle, glue it to some white foam paper and cut it out. Then you're going to need to take the foam paper and a toothpick, put it on the back of the notes, then take some tape and put it right on top of the toothpick so that sticks to it, and then you place it onto your cell model. So guys, my 3D plant cell model is ready and beautiful. If you have watched this video up until this moment, you are the real MVP. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Special shout out to Mrs. Ifi Nwankwo. You told me to put music in the background of my videos and you use them to teach your class. I really appreciate your help and support. And to all these amazing people who believed in me and supported me, I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you. I really appreciate your support. Thank you.